Oh, Jose De Castro? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. All right, Mr. De Castro, this is an obstructing or false info charge. It is case 24-006842. Obviously, I'm going to ask you, do you understand your proceedings are being filmed?
Of course.
Okay.
They're here because I'm here.
Right, okay. And just so that the record's clear, you have no objection to that?
Of course not.
Okay.
I would like the transparency. I appreciate
Oh, no, that's
it.
fine. I need to ask that. City, there's no other issues for you with respect to this being filmed? Okay. All right, Mr. De Castro, did you get a copy of the complaint?
I did. The only question I have is who's the prosecutor? What's the prosecutor's name?
Well, let me ask a couple questions, and then we'll get into what your questions are. Did you review and understand this?
I don't understand it. I don't understand how I can be charged with obstruction for filming a cop.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
So I'm asking a much more basic question. You do not have to agree with this. This is
Do I understand I'm in charge with the misdemeanor?
Yes.
I do understand I'm in charge
Okay,
with the
that's
misdemeanor.
literally it.
I have trial tomorrow for the exact same thing 1 year ago.
In this jurisdiction?
Yeah.
The courtroom drama begins with Jose De Castro facing an obstruction or false information misdemeanor charge, immediately setting the stage for a tense legal confrontation. At the arraignment, the judge carefully explains that the charge is only an allegation and asks whether De Castro understands the proceedings. He repeatedly questions the prosecution, the nature of the accusation, and whether filming a police officer could really amount to obstruction. De Castro insists that he was simply exercising his rights and says he plans to defend himself with a standby attorney. The judge keeps the hearing focused, reminding him that this is a procedural arraignment rather than the place to argue the entire case. When De Castro starts talking about suing officers and prosecutors, the judge cuts him off and makes it clear that the courtroom is not his personal platform. The clash between legal procedure and De Castro's confrontational approach becomes obvious almost immediately.
Purposes of this, it's a very procedural type of thing today for the arraignment. So you do understand what you got charged with. You do not have to agree with this. This is just an allegation. So you don't need me to read it to you.
I don't.
Okay, very good. And are you planning on hiring an attorney to represent yourself?
I will have a standby attorney for this case.
You will have a standby
Yes.
attorney. Okay.
Because I think that I'm going to win this easy. It's on film, and I wasn't obstructing anybody.
All right, Mr.
Is this the prosecutor, Matthew B.
Okay,
Walker?
let me do my part first, and then we can get into what it is. So, because I need to know, are you proceeding on your own? Do you want to have an attorney? Because I will give you time to talk to an attorney on your own if that's the route that you would like to go.
I will have a standby attorney for this case.
So typically, I would set this for a pre-trial to give you an opportunity to obtain discovery and for your attorney to find out whatever all is associated with this.
Sure.
So I can set that over for a pre-trial date to give you the opportunity to do that. Would you like to do that?
That'd be great.
Okay. And then what is it that you need to tell me without talking about the facts?
I just need to know if this is the prosecutor's name. Is that the person prosecuting, Matthew B. Walker?
That is a good question. I will tell you that the city attorney is Jeffrey Doricat, and that's the person's name on the upper left-hand corner of the complaint. Matthew Walker is a deputy city attorney who actually prosecutes this case. Depends on the office.
I'm going to sue him for malicious.
As the arraignment continues, the judge tries to establish a clear path forward while De Castro keeps raising broader issues about transparency and alleged misconduct. De Castro says he wants the proceedings recorded and emphasizes his belief that the public should hear what happens inside the courtroom. The judge agrees that the court is open and that recording can provide transparency, but warns him not to turn the hearing into a personal speech about lawsuits or philosophical disagreements. The judge also delivers an important warning. Because De Castro is representing himself, everything he says is being recorded and could potentially be used against him. De Castro acknowledges that concern and says he intends to consult with his attorney before making further statements. The judge then enters a not guilty plea on his behalf and schedules the matter for a pretrial hearing. What should have been a straightforward procedural appearance becomes increasingly tense because of DeCastro's constant interruptions and challenges.
You have an opinion. Today's just the arraignment.
I got you.
Saying all these things, we're here for your misdemeanor case,
Sure,
okay?
but there's a bigger issue. There's transparency in the courtroom, which is the best thing that could possibly happen.
That's
Now the
fine.
people get to hear that I'm going to sue Jeffrey, and I'm going to sue Matthew, and I'm going to sue every one of those
So here's what we're not
cops.
going to do, Mr. DeCastro. This is not going to be a personal pulpit for your, philosophical difference or belief. You have the media here, and that's fine. This is
Great.
an open court.
It's great.
But I don't want you to start saying things too far extraneous for purposes of this misdemeanor charge, because
Well-
that's what, no, do not interrupt me, because that's what we're here for, okay? So here's the thing, I'm recording everything, and you need to be aware that that's a two-sided thing. You're representing yourself, so I'm having this conversation with you. All these statements that you're saying can also potentially be used against you because you're getting recorded. So just so you understand. So here's what we're going to do. Assuming you're entering a not guilty plea.
Does the
correct?
misdemeanor carry jail time?
Possibly, yes.
Possible jail time. So you said a second ago that this is a misdemeanor case as though it's something minor, but I can be put in a dungeon and locked away.
Okay.
Yup, that's absolutely what's about to happen to you.
In no way
So that's true.
did I imply that this was minor
Okay.
by
Yeah, it's a big
saying
deal.
that it's a misdemeanor.
It's a big deal.
Okay.
Okay,
Mr.
thanks.
DeCastro, let's not get off on the wrong foot. I have my job to do, and I'm not trying to engage in a conversation that's adversarial with you today.
No, I'm not
I
trying to
would
either.
like-
I'm not trying. I like you a lot. I think you look like a real nice person.
Okay.
I got nothing against you
So we're
personally.
going to enter a not guilty plea
Thank
on
you.
your behalf
Thank
today.
you.
I'm going to reset this for a pretrial. I do need to understand, because you said you were going to have standby counsel, so are you going to represent yourself primarily, or do you want to have that conversation, come back with your attorney? Because there's certain procedural things I'll need to do to protect due process and your due process. If you want to go ahead and represent yourself.
Right. No, I'm going to have a standby attorney, and that has to do with a few different things. But I should probably consult with my attorney before I say anything, because it could be used against me later.
Absolutely, yeah, that's fine. And I would rather that you protect yourself, because we're recording, and that is where I'm coming from in the kind of conversations and comments that I'm making to you today. So you are obviously entitled to represent yourself, that is your right. But let's do this, let's get you a pre-trial date, and that date, ordinary course for private attorney will be
May 1st at 1:30.
May 1st at 1:30?
I think I have.
Do you need a different date?
I may. I may need a different date because I have a different thing in Indiana. I'm just not sure. Can I just look in my phone real quick?
The discussion then turns towards scheduling, and even something as simple as choosing a court date becomes unexpectedly complicated. The judge proposes May 1st at 1:30 in the afternoon, but DeCastro hesitates because he claims to have another legal matter in Indiana. He explains that he is involved in assisting with a federal civil rights lawsuit concerning police officers and wants to make sure his schedule does not conflict. While the judge remains patient, the conversation highlights a recurring problem. DeCastro repeatedly shifts attention away from the immediate case and toward his other legal activities. Eventually, he confirms that he already has an attorney retained and can keep the proposed date as long as his lawyer appears. The court clarifies that he does not personally need to appear if his attorney is present. The first hearing finally comes to an end, but the next appearance promises much more conflict, especially after the court imposes stricter rules regarding phones and courtroom recording.
In any way adversarial to you at
Okay,
all.
I'm glad to hear that, Mr.
I just,
DeCastro,
you know,
because we may be
Yeah,
on this case
yeah,
for
I
a
have
while.
nothing against
Okay.
you. I don't know you. You seem like a nice person to me. I couldn't possibly hold anything against you personally. So I'm just looking for the date that I have in Indiana. I sue lots of cops all around the country. I help sue lots of cops around the country if they violate people's rights. So I have a case in Indiana that I'm just looking for the date. And that May 1st,
Yes, at 1:30?
can't talk, I'm in court. The judge is looking at me.
Is it easier if I give you a different date and then you look at that?
Well, I'm just not sure if it's May 1st or June 1st. I'm just gonna go there because I'm assisting with the financing of filing a federal civil rights lawsuit against these cops who arrested this man for filming cops. So I just wanna make sure that I'm there when that happens. You know, I mean, it's a lot of work, so. He's texting me back right now. I'll know the date in 1 second.
Okay,
I hate
I
to
see
waste
what you're
any,
saying.
I hate to waste any of these people's time
You're
at all
not wasting
whatsoever.
anyone's time.
I just want to make sure that, because I know we have to reset it again. If it's possible for my attorney to be here and me not to be here.
Absolutely.
Well, then we can set it for any date that's most convenient for the court.
That's fine. You will need to inform your attorney of that date, and then
Okay.
I'm sure they will know to appear for you. If nobody's there on that day, that would be a problem.
That would be a bad thing.
Right, so you would need to be here if in fact this is not your attorney that you're gonna hire, because then I need to figure out, do you need any more time, or?
No, I already have an attorney retained.
Okay, so we will keep the May 1st, 1:30 date for your standby attorney to appear for you, and you do not need to appear on that date as long as your lawyer is here.
What time is that at, ma'am?
1:30 in the afternoon, and you are in Department 1, May 1st.
Department 1.
The following day, DeCastro returns to court expecting another legal proceeding, but immediately encounters a major restriction. The judge explains that permission had been granted for certain recording or photography requests, but not for everyone to record or live stream freely. Anyone wishing to remain in the courtroom must surrender their phones, while those unwilling to comply can leave. DeCastro objects and questions the requirement, but the court remains firm. Matters escalate when he insults the judge's security personnel, prompting an immediate warning about contempt. The judge makes it crystal clear that disrespectful behavior will not be tolerated and that continued misconduct could result in jail. DeCastro eventually apologizes, but continues arguing over the requirement to empty his pockets and surrender his devices. He claims the search violates his Fourth Amendment rights, while the court rejects that argument and proceeds with the courtroom security process. The atmosphere becomes noticeably more serious as the trial finally begins.
Good morning, Agnes Botello, please.
Are you Mr. DeCastro? Can you turn off your phone, please? The one that's in your hand?
Just communicating with my lawyer. He's on his way here now. So I'm just waiting for him to get there.
All right, I'm gonna wait for your attorney, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, Jose DeCastro, 23 CR 013015.
Good morning, Your Honor, Agnes Botello, and Lincoln Cave for the record. Good morning, State.
Good morning, Michael Me on behalf of the defendant present with me this morning.
So I have signed 2 media requests that permit recording or photographing these proceedings, but I have not granted any other requests to record or live stream these proceedings. So I need Mr. DeCastro and everybody else who wants to stay in the courtroom to surrender their phones, or you can leave.
Are your phone covered and I'll take one, or you can exit.
I need Mr. DeCastro to empty all of his pockets.
What's that?
Empty your pockets
and give up your phones to the judge.
Okay.
I have to give you my phones?
Yeah,
My phones have to be completely off.
yeah. I don't really want to be part of your YouTube channel. So,
You already are.
great,
You already are.
awesome.
I'm not gonna get into this guy though. I'll get into someone else. I'm
No,
not touching myself.
no, they're gonna go to my marshal.
Once the trial starts, the court addresses DeCastro's request concerning standby counsel and ultimately denies it. The judge explains that DeCastro must either have his attorney represent him or proceed under the appropriate arrangement already established by the court. The defense then begins presenting its case, and DeCastro chooses to testify. Before he speaks, the judge carefully explains his constitutional right to testify as well as his right to remain silent, making clear that choosing silence cannot be held against him. DeCastro confirms that he understands and takes the stand. His attorney begins questioning him about his YouTube channel and his role as a member of the press. DeCastro claims that he films police officers in their official capacity and says his work is motivated by concerns about police misconduct. The prosecution objects to some of the questions as irrelevant, but the judge allows limited discussion because the defense is presenting a First Amendment argument.
That permits you to speak to anybody in my courtroom in that manner, and if you don't want to apologize, I'm going to hold you in contempt.
I apologize to the court, Your Honor.
No, you can apologize to, they've done nothing to you.
Actually, Your Honor, when you were here, you came over and gave me a directive for no reason and started telling me what to do.
Okay,
I
well,
have all the respect in the world for the court. I follow the rule of law all the time.
No, it is their job to maintain the safety and security of the courtroom.
I agree with you, Your Honor.
So if you want to speak like that in my courtroom, I'm going to hold you in contempt. And if I hold you in contempt, you're going to jail. That is not my wish. Okay?
I wish you could.
All right. So I need you to empty your pockets too. Suit pocket, pants pocket.
This is illegal. This is a violation of my Fourth Amendment.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I don't have any recording devices on me. What are you talking about?
How about your suit jacket?
I don't have anything on me. This is preposterous.
No, it's
This really
not.
is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Me, your phone too. Off.
They're recording everything.
They have a media request.
Right, and I'm not recording anything. Your guy here took my phone, so his phone's not on.
Right.
Just make sure. You have to take the lawyer's phone too?
No, I'm not going to take the lawyer's phone. He's an officer of the court. All right. Do we have everybody's phones? Are they off? All right. Good. All right. All right. This is the time set for the trial of State of Nevada versus Jose De Castro, 23 CR 013015. Is the state ready to proceed?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
How many witnesses do you have?
We anticipate one.
All right. Is the defense ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I have your request to convert counsel to standby counsel. I'm going to deny that request. Either you represent him or he should have previously requested a Feretta canvas to represent himself. That I just consider.
Your Honor, I call Jose De Castro.
Yeah.
Remain standing, raise your right hand to be sworn by the clerk. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please be seated.
Mr. Castro, before you testify, I'm obligated to inform you that you have the right to testify in this proceeding, but you also have the right to remain silent. And should you choose to remain silent, I may not hold that against you in making my decision. Do you understand that?
I do.
And do you still wish to testify?
Yes, I do.
All right, please go ahead.
You have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do.
Can you give some insight into what that channel was about?
Objection, relevance.
That's the relevance.
Your Honor, the relevance is that we're presenting a First Amendment defense, and the defendant is a member of the press. There's different standards for First Amendment rulings where there's public policy at issue. He can give insight into that.
I'm going to allow it for a bit and see where it goes.
Yes, I do have I do have a YouTube channel, and the reason I have a YouTube channel is because of how many cops kill people every year, how many cops hurt, maim, torture, rape, and kill people every single year. It's such an epidemic that the rest of the world, I get thousands of emails saying, only in America does this happen. I started filming cops because when I was cheated in 2002 and
Objection at this point, relevance,
well, this is the reason I'm a member of the press.
this narrative.
So can you ask him a question?
Yes, Your Honor. What type of films do you make for your YouTube channel?
I only film police in their official capacity.
De Castro then describes why he says he films police officers, portraying his activities as part of his work as a member of the press. He claims he regularly records police interactions and says he invokes his press rights when engaging with officers. The questioning eventually focuses on the incident that led to the charge. De Castro admits that an officer told him to back up, and he says he took a couple of steps backward. He argues that he believed he was complying while maintaining his right to document the encounter. The court becomes interested in the specific distance involved and whether the officer clearly instructed him where to stand. De Castro says he was already at least 10 feet away from the vehicle and claims the officer never gave him a precise distance. He also says he did not continue speaking with the driver after being instructed not to. His testimony attempts to establish that he followed the officer's commands while continuing to exercise his First Amendment rights.
Ask you, Mr. Mead, to direct your questions about the incident in question.
The reason I was filming Mr. Gort that day?
Objection, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry. There
So
wasn't a question posed, so I'll hear what he said.
Mr. De Castro, on the question, why did you approach that vehicle?
I was filming that cop because that's what I do for a living. I am a member of the press, and I invoked my right to be press I always invoke my right to be pressed within the first 10 seconds of engaging with police, and I have thousands of videos that prove this.
So this is how you make money?
This is not how specifically I make money. Yes, I do.
And what did you do after he told you to back up?
I took a couple steps back. I just showed him that I was willing to back up a little bit. However, if I may, in Arizona, they created a 10-foot law.
Objection, relevance, we're not in Arizona, it's the state of Nevada.
So I'm going to allow it because I think that goes to why he kept saying 10 feet in the video, even though I will take judicial notice that you're not in the state of Arizona, you're in the state of Nevada.
Well, a federal judge struck it down, Your Honor, and what...
Stop. Can you ask him a question?
Yes, Your Honor. Approximately how many feet did you back up?
I backed up a foot or two. I was at least 10 feet away from that car that the driver was pulled over in.
And when you spoke to the driver, what did you say?
Just after she was okay. The reason I film police is because they abuse people so often.
Do you recall the officer telling you not to speak with the driver?
Yes,
And did you make any statements to the driver after that command was given?
absolutely not.
Did the officer ever give you a specific distance to back up to?
No, he didn't.
If he did, would you have complied with that?
Sure.
Did you believe you were complying with the officer's commands?
100%. I also informed him I'm a member of the press, I'm a constitutional law scholar, that this is what I do.
Do you recall the officer explaining to you why he decided to arrest you?
There's several parts to the reason why he said he was going to arrest me. He said he was going to arrest me because I wouldn't turn my head a certain direction. If I didn't turn and face the car with my head, that he would place me under arrest instead of just giving me a ticket.